Well, hey everybody, I'm Nate from the band Shiny Shiny Black, and I'm here for another Monday meetup. And I just wanted to hang out with you for a few minutes and talk about kind of what's been going on in our world, share some news in case the algorithm hasn't fed it to you some other way. And so wanna just sit down and go through that stuff. But before I get started, I want to say Shiny Shiny Black is a band, and we are professional musicians. We make our living through performing live, through selling merch and subscriptions to our Patreon, and also I work professionally as an audio engineer and music producer, and that's kind of how we put food on the table. So first of all, if you would hit like, click the subscribe button, click the bell icon, and so you don't miss any of these posts if you're interested. And then beyond that, obviously anywhere else that we have a social media presence, we'd love to hear from you. And last but not least, we would love it if you visit our website, maybe sign up for our email list, or if you really have been following along for a while and like the content, consider supporting us on Patreon. All right, so let's get into what's happening has happened in the past week, and a little bit of what we got coming up. The first thing I wanted to mention is that we performed for Oaklawn's Got Talent at the Lerner Theater a few weeks back, and I mixed the audio down and we put up a performance video of that also on this YouTube channel, and would love for you to check that out and let us know how you think we did, and appreciate any views you get on that. It's from our song that we released earlier in the year called Say the Words. So yeah, I thought it looked really cool. It's just from like a single cam out in the audience. But you get kind of like some of the lighting stuff that we did and the overall vibe of how that performance went down. And I think it's pretty great. All right. I personally got to work this week at Rhapsody in Green in Elkhart, a really cool regional festival that happens on an island in the center of Elkhart, and it was a lot of fun to see different folks come through, and get to work a little bit more for EA Pro, and William and the crew there do such a professional setup, and the way that whole crew operates are really in behind the values and the way that they approach taking care of artists and making sure that the event goes really smoothly and that everything is top notch, and it's a lot of fun to work for them. So then Saturday, we played at the Cole Porter Festival in Peru, Indiana, which is where Cole Porter was born and came from, grew up there, and it was really exciting to be able to play for that festival and get to do a Cole Porter cover, which is kind of a requirement for being in the festival. So we did a version of Let's Do It, and Amber and I shared vocals. It was a lot of fun to kind of ham it up a little bit on stage, and the band learned the song really quickly and did a fantastic job. We had a total blast, and I'm not crossing this one off 100% yet, but it looks like we're probably going to be back next year, which is real exciting news. So the band brought the heat, and I was really proud of the way that we played. I thought we did a great show, and it was really fun. I do want to mention that the same time that was going on was right in the middle of the No Kings protests that were happening all over the country. My understanding is those happened in over 2,000 cities in the United States. And Amber and I would have loved to have participated in that, but we were at work, and we had this gig for a long time before those protests popped up. But just wanted to mention that we are in favor of a free country where people are left alone by our government, and we stand in solidarity with the movement against the kind of encroachment that we're currently experiencing. I also wanted to give a shout out to our friends in the Rough and Tumble, who made a very similar sort of post on their Instagram. They're great people, and again, very similar situation. Musicians play when everybody else is at work, but we work when everybody else is playing or doing things with their free time. And so I think a lot of musicians had that similar experience this past Saturday of wanting to participate in those things because a lot of the arts community feels very squashed by the way that the administration is doing things currently and would like to stand against it, but we all had work to do. So I just wanted to shout out all my artist friends who had those feelings this past weekend. Okay, on to the next thing. Abbie Thomas, our friend, who played right after us at the Cole Porter Music Festival, released a new song on Sunday, on Father's Day, called Mighty Oak Tree, and it's a song about her dad. And it's a beautiful song. I just mixed and mastered it actually in this room a few weeks ago. And really fun thing for me personally is that literally all of my bandmates in Shiny Shiny Black, with the exception of Amber, played on that track. So Arthur Schroeder played the drums, Simon Kaufman-Hurst on the keyboards, and or at least most of them, and the bass was held down by our good friend Isaac Fisher, and it's an amazing track. I think Abbie's bringing really great tunes into the world, and I would encourage you to go check that out. I don't think it takes a lot to figure out that if she does well, we do well. We continue being able to work together, and so I just want to encourage that, and I think you'll like the track. All right, yeah, okay. I produce a show called The Sauce Live for WVPE 88.1 here in Elkhart County, and I'm real excited. The runner-up from the Acorn Theater Songwriting Contest this past year, Andy Sitto, came back for a full performance at the Acorn Theater recently, and tonight's episode is my mix and production of that concert, and also interview with Andy by Dawn Burns. So if you see this before the airtime tonight on WVPE, would love it if you checked it out, and if you hear it, let me know what you think, and if you have any positive feedback for Andy, I will make sure he gets that as well. All right, last but not least, upcoming things. This weekend, Amber and I are going down to Farmette, which is this Saturday, June 21st, to do 2 songwriting showcases. And Farmette is kind of a subset of Folk Alliance Region Midwest Farm that's put on in Nashville, Indiana, and is sponsored by HUMAC, which is Hoosier Original Music Association. And we're real excited to be a part of that. We have some friends from the South Bend scene who are going to be going down as well. In particular, Doug Harsh is going to be there, a good friend of mine who I've known for many, many years. And we're excited to meet up with old friends and maybe make some new ones, and really looking forward to that. So that's our update for the week, our little Monday meetup here on the Shiny Shiny Black YouTube channel. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out for a few minutes, and don't forget to drink your coffee made in a mug by somebody from your town. All right, without further ado, be sure, once again, if you liked this, to follow the channel, and last but most importantly, be sure to sign up for our email list if you can. That really helps us to be able to stay in contact. The algorithm doesn't throttle email messages, and so we can make sure we can stay in touch. All right, really appreciate you hanging out, and thanks. Have a great week. We'll see you.